once a runner in the garden, all my judgments known to fail. Once built a steamboat in a meadow, 'cause I'd forgotten how to sail. I know the runner's gonna tell you there ain't no cowboy in my hat. So now he's buried by the daisies, so I could stay the tallest man in your eyes, babe. I sense a spy up in the chimney. From all the evidence I'm burned, I guess you'll read it in the smoke now. And soon to ashes I'll return. I know the spy is going to tell you that ain't my flag up in the bowl. So now he's buried by the lilies, so I could stay forevermore in your eyes, babe. I sense a leak inside my phone now, from all the lies that I've told. I know he has your private number, and soon we'll make that vicious call. I know the leak is going to tell you there ain't no puppy in your leash. So now to fertilize the roses, so I could stay the king you see in your eyes, babe. In your eyes, babe. In your eyes, babe. Now we're dancing through the garden, and what a garden I have made. And now the death will grow my jasmine. I find it soothing, I'm afraid. Oh, now there is no need for suspicion. There ain't no frog kissing your hair. I won't be lying when I tell you, no, that I'm a gardener, I'm a man in your eyes, babe. In your eyes, babe. In your eyes, babe. In your eyes, babe.
Hi, and welcome to It Might Get Personal. I'm David McCreath. Today's guest is Seth Boyer, and he performed
The Gardener by The Tallest Man on Earth.
The Tallest Man on Earth. Is that a band?
It's a name for a solo act. It's Christian Mattsson. He's a Swedish singer-songwriter.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It was very pretty.
Oh, well, thanks.
I liked it. I had never heard that before. So why that song?
I feel like it's. I mean, he's a huge influence of mine in my songwriting, just in terms of the way he approaches subject matter. I love that song because it's ostensibly about this guy who feels like he's a fraud in every possible way, and every other, potential partner for this girl that he likes is a threat. And it's really tragic and sad but I feel like there's a level of self-consciousness that most people can relate to that character anyway.
Yeah,
so
I think imposter syndrome. And
yeah, exactly. So yeah, that kind of drew me to that song. And, yeah.
How long have you been playing it?
I threw that in my set a couple years ago for playing 3-hour-long bar gigs where I can't just play my songs,
right?
And have to throw some other stuff in there that fits.
Right.
I was never one to throw in Garth Brooks or like people pleaser songs. It was more like, no, what do I want to play?
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
So
So you are now a working musician, but this is a new thing, right? Until recently, you had a day job.
Yeah. I'd been working in an office up in Anchorage, Alaska, where I'm from, and that proved to be less than tenable for my mental well-being. So yeah, I moved down to Seattle last December, and I've been touring a bunch and playing in living rooms and awesome hidden studios in the Mission. So yeah,
cool. And so you're in Seattle. You're down here you're doing a show today. You also went to a concert.
Yeah, last night, super relevant to my kind of singer-songwriter vibe is Kiari Pamu Pamu, who's a preeminent Japanese pop idol. But she was playing in San Francisco last night, and I'm not gonna lie, I booked this whole tour around that show so I could go.
It's important to see your influences.
Exactly. And there was so much that like influenced me from that show. Like she got that crowd worked up in a way that I could only dream to one day achieve. So,
yeah.
So at some point.
So it's like this sort of over the top Japanese pop stuff.
There's a set. There were like 5 costume changes. She had backup dancers who were wearing these crazy pajamas and had these like masks and wigs, and it was
full on
intense.
Yeah.
4 locos were had. It was a crazy night.
All right. Cool. We're taping in February, middle of February, and you're still touring a little bit.
Yeah. Head back this week, and I'll be tracking my new record. This week when I get back. Like all my gear basically showed up last weekend, and while I was in Portland playing a couple shows. So I'm really excited to get back and get this record kind of hammered down. I've been releasing demos on my SoundCloud just to be like, hey, listen, the record is coming, I swear. I've been doing things. I'm not just.
So when you record, when you're doing this record, is it just you and guitar?
The EP that I put out a couple summers ago was really stripped down and mostly just me and guitar. This one's going to be a little bit more varied when it comes to instrumentation, but it's still going to be relatively intimate. Like, I feel like once you start overproducing, it can kind of get in the way of that. And my songs have been described as bummer jams by a lot of people. And I feel like, if you lose the intimacy, then people can't get quite as bummed out when they listen to it.
Yeah.
So.
All right, cool. Well, thank you for coming in. It was
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, that was a great song. I really liked it. We will have links to find the original of that song as well as Seth's SoundCloud. And is the EP for sale?
Yeah, it's all on my Bandcamp.
Okay, all right. We'll have links to that too. So this is Seth Boyer. I'm David McCreath. This has been It Might Get Personal, and we'll see you next time.